Yellow Productions presents
a video review of the Andaz Tokyo Toranomon Hotel in Tokyo, Japan. I'm Chris, my panda buddy Topher is over there, and we're going to show you around this property. The Andaz occupies floors 47 to 52 of the Toronamon Hills complex, seen right here. It has a total of 168 guest rooms, and it's easily one of the coolest hotels I've stayed in anywhere. It's located in the Toronamon neighborhood of Tokyo. Toronamon is quite central. It's only 3 kilometers from Tokyo Station, but this is a business district, so there's nothing really touristy within walking distance of here. It is about a 5-minute walk from the Toronamon subway station, so that's convenient. You can get to Ginza in one direction and Shibuya in the other. The second to fourth floors of the Toronamon Hills building are the public areas of the building. There's a collection of restaurant, shops, and bars. Down here on the second floor, there's the hotel's mascot, Toronamon. Kind of looks like Doraemon if you're into Japanese characters. Up on the third floor, there is a coffee shop and a Famima, which is a Family Mart type convenience store. Up on the fourth floor are some of the more fancy restaurants. This one serving udon, pasta, and sushi, and this one serving some really delicious looking dry-aged steak. Now that I've shown you around the neighborhood and around the building, let's go inside the hotel. The Andaz has a separate entrance from the outside. It's a very interesting entrance because you walk in and you walk down kind of this long hallway. You get into an elevator, and this elevator only takes you one place, up to the 51st floor. The hotel has a number of different elevators. The elevators that go to the ground floor to the lobby, from the lobby down to the rooms, and another one that goes up to the sushi restaurant. The elevators go so fast, they kind of pressurize your ears a bit. What I wanted to also show you was each one has a neat fish decoration in the back. Look at those fish, they're up here. In another one, they'll be down here. Cool. Once you get to the 51st floor, you get to a room that looked kind of like this. If you're wondering where check-in is performed, well, that big table in the middle, that's actually where they check you in. And in the back is the hotel's restaurant and bar. More on that later. After you get checked in, they'll take you down to your room. Yes, down. You take another elevator down to the 50th to 47th floor. And when you get out on those floors, you get to a hallway that looks like this. Something out of a very Japanese or kung fu movie. This white rice paper wall covering. It's a fairly long way to get down here. Then you turn left and this brings you to the guest rooms. So now I'll show you inside one of the rooms. When I'm done with that, I'll talk about the breakfast and the spa, and then I'll give you my overall assessment of the Andaz. This is room 5034 on the 50th floor. Come on in, let me show you around. The first thing as you come in the room is there's a little stool over here on the left-hand side that has a shoehorn to help you put on your shoes and a yellow umbrella. I think I'm gonna like this hotel already. There's this interesting contraption here in the middle of the room. There's actually drawers on it. This first one is the safe, and if you come over to this side, there's another drawer here, which acts as sort of a dresser drawer. So as we go into the rest of the room, there's the bathroom over here. There was a closet we passed by. There is a Nespresso machine right here, and also a little pot for making Japanese tea. That's very, very cute. Right above the Nespresso machine is the in-room mini bar. The very nice thing about this mini bar is that actually all of the non-alcoholic beverages, water, juice, Coke, are all complimentary. The alcohol is not, and I'll point out that the Japan water is from Mount Fuji. I'm sure that's to taste good. Below the mini bar, there's a drawer down here. This drawer is home to the teapot, some teas, and some snacks. Some chocolates and some Japanese crackers that are complimentary. That's pretty cool. Just on the other side of the minibar, there's a nice piece of artwork with a little bowl here on the shelf, a power outlet, and the shelf that looks like a real piece of wood. That's pretty cool. Kind of goes with the whole rustic nature theme of this room. All right, so come on in. I'll show you around the rest of the room. The first thing here that you see is a interesting low table and a chair, also made out of what looks to be a piece of real wood. There is a very long sofa along this wall that you can use to sit at the more desk type thing that has a phone, power, USB cable, which is very nice. There's a flat panel television up on the wall over here. This room has one king bed, a very nice king bed floating here in the middle of the room. Topher's floating in the middle of it too. There's a little wireless Bose speaker over here, so you can listen to some tunes in the room. There are also on both sides of the bed these master control pods, and I'll show you this one. This master control pod here has switches for the various lights in the room, so you can turn off the master lights, you can turn on the master lights, or you can flip this button to open up the shade. Now if you turn around and look this way, you will see that there's this shade here that is now lifting up as if almost automatically from the time I push that switch. And you can take a look at all of Tokyo down below. This is on the 50th floor. The view is absolutely quite amazing. There's also a blackout curtain that you can bring down with the touch of another switch. All right, so that's the main part of the room. Let's come over this way and I'll show you into the bathroom. So we go back through this entry, and actually before you come in, I'm gonna point out that there are these interesting doors here that you'd barely notice are doors, and when they're closed, it looks like there's no rooms here at all. This door opens up to the closet, and when it opens up flush to the wall. This door opens up to the bathroom. As it opens up, it goes flush to the wall. Now it's open. You wouldn't know there are any doors. So actually, let's go to the bathroom through the closet because we can. And I think it's kind of fun because you can't often go through closets to the bathroom. There's one part of the closet. There is a hair dryer here, plus some laundry bags, shoe shine bags. They brought our luggage in for us when we checked in from the ground floor. There are a couple of robes up here. And down here, there are some very cool in-room slippers. And also, yukatas that you could wear. Very nice yukatas, actually. Many of the hotels we've stayed in Japan seem to get their yukatas from the same yukata manufacturer, but these are quite unique. Okay, as we come around this way, then, we'll come into the bathroom. There's a sink that, this is the first time I've had a sink that has like a wood counter like this. It looks very natural as well. A couple of soaps, body lotion. The toilet is over this way, and it's through this door. As we come in here, this toilet, it's one of these auto magical toilets. And if we look down at the toilet and see here, it actually opens up by itself as you come in. If you want to bring up the lid, there's another button that you push, and it brings up the seat too. And then you can put it down. No work required. There's a telephone over here, so you can make some phone calls. Okay, the rest of the bathroom, right here, there's a lovely set of amenities. The towels are here. There's a card that lets you know that spring cherry is the seasonal scent of the Andaz Tokyo, which is carried into the bathroom soaps and the bathroom salts. There's this lovely little wooden box right here. Inside the wooden box are all of the amenities that you'd expect in a Japanese room. Toothbrush, cotton swabs, razor, shower cap. I love how they're these different colors and kind of like it's a puzzle. Okay, the final part of the bathroom that we'll go into is over here, and this is the very large walk-in shower that has a handheld, very big handheld unit, plus a overhead rain head. And then over here, there is a very large circular soaking tub that has a seat in it. This is cool. And also water flows down from this almost waterfall-like thing. I'd turn it on, but I'm wearing my clothes, and then I'd get wet, and then I'd have to change, and nobody wants that. The final part of the bathroom I'll show you is this little artwork here. I'm not sure what it is, but it makes me feel kind of zen and serene. We just returned from breakfast, and I have some really tasty breakfast food. Topher has been nibbling on his bamboo ice bucket that he's enjoyed. Just a couple words about the breakfast. It's served up on the 52nd floor. If you're a Hyatt Diamond member, it's complimentary. And the breakfast had a really good selection of Western foods that you won't find at most Japanese hotels. They had really good fruits, passion fruits, these little tiny bananas. They had really good yogurt. They had really good bread pudding. They had some interesting things that I felt have made their way from California here. In the California rolls, there are avocados. They had a whole big bowl of almost like a guacamole looking thing, or kind of mashed avocado. They had prosciutto. They had various breakfast meats. What they didn't really have a good selection of was Japanese food. So if you're looking for a good Japanese breakfast, they have some Japanese things on the breakfast to give it a Japanese flair, but honestly I think the Western foods were the best things on the breakfast here. On the 37th floor of the Andaz is the AO Spa and Club, and this spa in 3 words is amazing. In 1 word, that's amazing. And I just came back from there. I spent probably about 2 hours in the spa and club. They have an excellent gym facility that overlooks the Imperial Palace grounds. It has these soaring glass windows. There's a swimming pool that's a 20-meter, 66-foot lap swimming pool that when you're swimming in the swimming pool, you look out at the tall buildings of Tokyo, including the Tokyo Skytree. There are 3 kind of warm water soaking baths in the main pool area, and then in the locker room there are separate really hot soaking baths that was like 40 degrees Celsius and a cold bath. There was also a sauna in the locker room, showers, and these wonderful massage chairs that I spent 15 minutes in. Massages your whole back and your whole body. Check out those massage chairs if you visit the spa. The other thing I want to point out if you're visiting the spa, when you walk into the spa, somebody will come out and kind of ask you what you're there for. So in my case, I said I was there to visit the pool, and as in typical Japanese fashion, I received a swim cap to put on my head. If you're going for a swim, you need to wear a swim cap in the pool. Goggles. I also received a key for the shoe locker, and then I received another number to put on my wrist that was for my locker to put the rest of my stuff in. So that's part of the procedure when you go there. Just be aware, because it's probably not what you're used to. If the gym that you typically go to is a 24-hour fitness, you know, swim caps aren't typically a requirement in the pools there. Okay, Topher, do you know what time it is?
It's review time!
That's right, it's time for us to do a review of the Andaz Tokyo Hotel. So overall, we thought this hotel was very interesting. It's something completely out of this world. As you can see, I'm wearing the fabulous yukata that they give us in the room now. And the room, after we've been looking at it a bit more, has a, I said it was rustic earlier, but now I feel it has this actually very modern Japanese aesthetic. That the white walls and the wood trim are made to resemble kind of rice paper, and the paper doors that they used to have on old Japanese houses. The room and the actual hotel is one of the most amazing and interesting hotels that I think we've stayed in. The location, I will say, leaves something to be desired. The Toronamon Hills area, it's definitely not the most happening place, particularly on weekends and at night. It's definitely a business area. There aren't really many tourist attractions around here. There is the Tokyo Tower, but everything else you'll be taking a subway or train to get there. And not to say that it's a far walk from the station, but it's a little far, so our view's going to be tempered by that. The service checking in, you know, coming up to the 51st floor, the view, that's all amazing. The room is 10 times bigger than most of the rooms that are in Tokyo. The air conditioning was cold, the room was very quiet. So overall, our rating is going to be
4.5 Tophers!
4.5 Tophers! So you might be asking yourself, why didn't we give it 5 Tophers? Well, it's the location that really brought it down that half Topher for us. So who do we think this hotel would be good for? Well, it's really great for people who want to come to Japan but not experience too much of Japanese culture all at once. At the breakfast buffet, they have Japanese choices and Western choices, probably more better Western choices that you'd expect in typical Western hotels, and the Japanese choices are mostly there to make you feel like you're in Japan. It's probably also really good for business people who expect a Western hotel experience when they arrive, not expected to take off their shoes, not expected to only eat fish for breakfast. or wealthy celebrities or people who really want to work out and enjoy a elliptical machine on the 37th floor of the hotel, or maybe take a swim on the 37th floor of the hotel. I know that that's something that I was looking forward to staying here. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please click here to subscribe, or follow me on Facebook, Twitter, or Google+. Links are in the description below. Or you might enjoy watching one of these other videos from Japan. Click any of them to watch.